Welcome back. We're going to be talking about the Bad Batch today. Okay, I'm not going to go in depth talking to you guys about detailing about what exactly happened because, especially for the season, because a lot of you guys here have already watched the Bad Batch. You guys have not watched the Bad Batch. Please, please, please do not continue watching watching this. If you do plan on watching Bad Batch anytime in the future, pretty much. Now, if you guys do not want spoilers or whatever, I will try to put a timestamp down below. In the description for the time in which we talk about the comic books and if there's going to be a Bad Batch comic book or not. And then other Star Wars comic books, maybe too, that I might be excited for or whatever. So, let's go ahead and start with this. Okay, let's go ahead and start with what I think of the overall arching story. Or the last episode. Let's go with the last episode. The last episode was okay. It was okay. Why was it okay? That's a good question. It was just okay because really, if you're going to be looking at it from my perspective, it was pretty much the whole time just getting off the planet, which was a big deal. And I do like how we find out what happens to Kamino after the new sorry, I'm like spacing on the name. After what happens to Kamino and the clone base after the Empire takes over, because the Empire switches over, and I like all that stuff going on, right? I love all that stuff. I love everything that's going on there. But here is my problem right now, guys. This is my problem. Currently, this is my issue with the series as is so far. It's the fact that it's not focusing on the characters that we wanted to focus on. It is Bad Batch. It is not Bad Batch and a girl that's with them, that's kind of there, that's doing stuff. She's almost the main priority of the story, and the guys are just kind of there. So, personally for me, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of that idea, but I do think it works here or there. Now, number one, I thought maybe there wasn't going to be a second season. I was hoping for a second season because I do like the more cartoonish Star Wars, actually, as time has gone on. I think it has actually, if it has anything, it has enriched the story, it has enriched the lore. It has actually made probably the prequel series even better to today. Because you have a lot of kids that are maybe 15, 16 years old now, or even in their 20s, early 20s, who started out who watched all like the movies, and then like the original 6. I'm just going to do the original 6, okay? Original and prequel trilogy. And then watch Clone Wars, and like, wow, Clone Wars is really good. It really went in depth with Kenobi. And Anakin's relationship. It really brought in, and it gave a good reason other than Anakin being passed up on a job, pretty much, in a promotion. That's pretty much what it was, right? Pretty much the movie just looked at it as like, well, he was in love with Padme and he wanted to save her, and on top of that, he was passed up on a promotion. Those are the big three things in the movie that you kind of see on why this happens, and the fact that he's kind of is a tug between the Republic and the Army, and him having this kind of like ragefulness, but also kind of like just like I don't know how to describe it exactly, but they expand on a lot in the TV show, and they might expand on more of the comic books at the time, but I wasn't in the comic books at the time, so I think that's great, and I think it's what actually made the originals. The prequel trilogy so much more enriching, so much more endearing. I think that's why people like episode 3 a lot more now than they used to in the memes also. But besides that, I think the Bad Batch, I think these stories can do a lot more. I think it can add more. I think we're going to be going away from the movie styles of the Star Wars universe. Now, my biggest concern right now is I do not want them to stuff so much into these like 50, 40, I can't remember if it was 20 or 40 years, 20 years I can't remember how many years it is between. But between episode 3 and episode 4, I don't want them cramming a bunch of stuff in there. I don't want them cramming things in between these movies and then not expanding elsewhere. For example, you could do a lot more way before. And they're doing that the High Republic, which I'm a little bit shakish on what I think of the High Republic because I haven't read anything about it. I'm not going to read anything about it yet just because I'm trying to read a bunch of other stuff and I want to go and read the Legend stuff and the epic collections of the comic books. But that's going to be later in the video. This is going to be a long video, guys, but I kind of want to get this stuff out to you guys, in my opinion. So the Bad Batch is good. It's good. It's decent. Good, decent, whatever you want to call it. But the problem with the Bad Batch is that I would rather see them more, and I want this season 2, okay? I want to see them more fighting the Empire. Okay, I don't want to just see them just kind of hanging around. Kind of doing things here or there. I want to see them fighting the Empire. I want them to not just do these bounty missions like in a video game. You know what? Actually, a Bad Batch video game might be kind of cool, but they probably never do that. But so that's what I like to see in season 2. I don't think season 1 ended that great. I think it kind of ended with like we're kind of friends, kind of not friends, kind of type dealio. And we finally do find out that, you know what, CT-9904 decided on his own who he wanted to fight for. Because they took his inhibitorship out, I think. And that's just a complete lie. And that's what he chose to do. So yeah, it was okay. It was an okay ending. I have a lot of hopes for second season. Okay, I want less filler episodes and I want more focused. And you know what? And a lot. I actually saw this a lot. I know TV's starting to go away from the 22 episode seasons like the CW does still. And I think that I think live action TV shows are going opposite direction, like 13, 14 episode seasons, because you're filling 40 minutes. 40 minutes is a lot of TV to fill. Now, I think in these Star Wars, in these cartoon shows that are 22 minutes, 23 minute episodes, you could make a 22 episode season and it shouldn't be as much of a problem. Probably even more if you really wanted to. Because you guys saw it in Star Wars Clone Wars. Yes, I get it. Not every story arc was great. Most of them were story arcs, which I think were great. I think most of it's just like story arcs. So I think there is a 4-part story arc here, 3-part, 5-part, 3-part, 2-part, whatever. Right? I think those are great. I do. I enjoy those parts. I enjoy that stuff. And I think you could easily do it with Bad Batch. I think you could. Now, maybe not as easy, but you could do it, right? You could do one where they focus on the Empire and then they're focusing on helping the new rebellion build up and getting them weapons or whatever, right? So that's my opinion on the Bad Batch, guys. I have lots of hopes and dreams for the second season. The first season, I will probably give a 7 out of 10. I don't think it was terrible. I don't think it was very good. Above average, because I do think there were great episodes in there. But there was also a lot of episodes I just didn't care about. I just don't really see the point of them. But we're going to be looking at comic books right now for the Star Wars. I have it pulled up on my computer right in front of me. And I will be, what is this? I want to make sure there's nope, not what I wanted. So we're gonna be looking at a couple of these guys. So I started looking through them. So this is on the on one of their pages. I forget. Okay, Star Wars Fandom Wiki page, list of future comics. I do like Star Wars comic books. I have a bunch of them. Not as many DC comic books, but I do have a bunch of them. I do like them. So August 17th, which is 4 days from now, we have The Star Wars Legends, the original Marvel Universe Volume 5 coming out. I want to keep reading the Legend stuff. The Legend stuff's great. I do have canon stuff. I have more of the canon stuff than Legends, but I do want to read Legends, more Legends as time is going on. Ooh, this is kind of cool. Okay, so, I'm actually going to say this with you guys. They're going to have Star Wars Legends Rise of the Sith Omnibus. This is kind of cool. Is a forthcoming Legends hardcore omnibus that collects a various series originally published in the Epic Collection. Trademark collections of the Rise of the Sith Volume 1 and 2. These comics were previously published by Dark Horse. They will be coming out November 2nd, 2021. I am very excited about reading more about the... this is about the road to the Phantom Menace with Qui-Gon Jinn and trying to prevent a civil war, and his Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi. It has Dark Side 1 through 5, Qui-Gon Jinn, Last Stand, Jedi Council, Acts of War, blah blah blah. So this is very interesting. I have this graphic novel, so I don't know why. So apparently, in January 25th, 2022, there will be a Star Wars Attack of the Clone novel adaptation. It's a graphic novel in IDW publishing Star Wars Adaptation series, adapting Episode 2 Attack of the Clones. Will be written by blah blah. Written by Alexandro Fernari. I can't even say his name. Now I will say this: I have the comic book adaptation to it. So maybe hold off on getting that, guys, until we know for sure that that's actually like a thing. Because just don't mess with it. But let's go and look at some other stuff, guys. So August 14th is Free Comic Book Day 2021, apparently, or at least Star Wars it is the upcoming one-shot issue that will serve as a prelude to the canon comic book series Star Wars: The High Republic. So I haven't read that one yet, and I probably will not. I know they have started, so they have High Republic Adventures number 7 coming out August 18th. They have Wars of the Bounty Hunter. I believe that is going to be mostly with Charles Soule's writing that one, so that's probably good. But right now, guys, it doesn't look like anything's coming out with the Bad Batch. I would love to see it. If you don't have to do a comic book. You don't have to do a comic book adaptation of the future of the Bad Batch, but maybe the past. I think it would be cool. And maybe even have the director who... And I know the Bad Batch is apparently a George Lucas creation type deal, which slowly but surely are they starting to prove to me that maybe he wasn't entirely the... He might not... George Lucas is not the best writer. Okay, he has a great creative mind. So does, like, Gene Roddenberry. Apparently, was always rewriting the script multiple times, doing these things as it was shot, as it was shooting. Always did things all up to the last second. And I think a lot of these guys have great creative minds. I think the problem is that they just cannot seem to get it down on paper, write a great script about it. I think if they kind of take more of a creative liberties and they do more of like, no, I wouldn't do that story-wise, right? But look, I got Dr. Aphra. I read one of hers, and I was really not on Dr. Aphra. And I read the ones where she was originally introduced, and I really didn't care about her that much. She was alright. But looks like a bunch of War of the Bounty Hunters. That looks interesting. Or Bounty Hunters, Star Wars 17. I don't know what this is exactly. It looks like also War of the Bounty Hunters. You have the High Republic 10, Star Wars Tribute to Star Wars. I don't know what this is. Is a forthcoming manga trade book featuring 45. Okay, so it's a manga. How you would say it, but it looks like they got a lot of Epic Collection stuff coming out soon, guys. And it looks like they got well, they have one coming out in like 4 days. And then they got another one coming out in wait, what's this? I don't remember if this one is. No, I think I already have that one. Nope, we're good. But yeah, I'll go and link this one. I'll go and link the wiki page in the description below for you guys to check it out. Check out what you guys would like from it, what you guys want from it, and blah, blah, blah. Now, I know this is kind of all over the place, guys. I'm sorry if it's all over the place. You guys are a little confused. But I will be doing a video very, very, very soon about where I believe you should start in the Star Wars comic books. Heck, you know what? I'll do you guys one better. I'll probably be making that video right after I'm done making this one and uploading this one. So, peace out. Hope you guys have a good day. Comment and subscribe for more videos. What do you guys think of the Bad Batch? Let me know in the comment section below. You guys all know that do that stuff. Please like. I think the algorithm likes it. Bye.